Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So this weekend, Manchester United are taking on Newcastle United in the Premier League. This is going to be a tough match, both teams in good form. Newcastle looking very, very good this season under Eddie Howe. So yeah, let's get into the preview. Let's see how we can beat these guys. So we come into this match in pretty decent form. We've played 8 matches so far, won 5, lost 3. Disastrous start against Brighton and Brentford cost us 2 losses in the first 2 matches, and of course, City really put us to the sword a couple of weeks back. But apart from that, we have seemingly turned a corner. We've picked up results against good teams. We've beat Liverpool, we've beat Arsenal, with a big win against Everton in our last Premier League match. So yeah, we are in decent form, picking up results. Performances not exceptional, but if the results are the important thing is we're picking up the 3 points, and hopefully the performances can continue to come. I think certainly in the last couple of matches we're really seeing United start to stamp their authority on games, starting to have more and more possession. We bossed Everton possession wise against Ammonia on Thursday night with 78% possession. This is the sort of football, the style of play that we expect to see under Eric Ten Hag. And yeah, hopefully we're starting to see that really start to come to fruition, really starting to appear in our team, that the system, the philosophy of Ten Hag is really taking shape. And yeah, I mean, the more it takes shape, the more of an influence he has on the team, the better. So our opponents Newcastle come into this match in very good form as well. One loss all season, lost against Liverpool at Anfield. It wasn't it wasn't a match they deserved to lose. It was a very, very late winner from Liverpool outside of extra time. And yeah, I mean, they very easily could and should have picked up a point at Anfield, and they'd be going to this match undefeated if they had. And their form is really starting to take shape. They're starting to look very good under Eddie Howe. They play good football. They play a very interesting tactical system. And yeah, I mean, Newcastle are a threat, and they will be a very, very tough team for us to beat on Sunday. And we're going to have to be at our very best if we want to get the 3 points in this match. So, key man for Newcastle is going to be Bruno Guimaraes. The guy has been exceptional this season, playing at predominantly at 6. He'll rotate if Longstaff is playing, but I'm expecting to see Willock and Joe Linton play ahead of him. So it'll be Guimaraes at 6. Really good controller of the ball. We can see here, plays a lot of good passes, plays 1.8 key passes per match, 2.8 long balls. So he is looking for Saint Maximum in behind. He's looking for Callum Wilson in behind. He's trying to find Almiron. Very high pass accuracy as well for somebody attempting 3 long balls per match, coming in at about 87%. He is a goal threat. He's got a long shot on him. Scored 2 goals already this season, both from range. The guy is our danger man. What a signing! Like, I would have loved us to have signed this guy. I know Arsenal fans would have loved them to sign him, and I think he's a very, very good footballer. I think he's very talented, and he's really took to play in the Premier League. And if we are to beat Newcastle, if we are to find joy, we need to we need to stop this guy. He is the most important player to their system. Him and Trippier, if we stop them two playing, we can stop Newcastle playing, and then we can focus on beating them. So that's what we have to do. Predominantly, shut these guys down. I'd like to see Casemiro try to do a job on him, get Bruno Fernandes in on him, especially if he's going to be playing at the 6. Bruno will be the furthest of our midfielders, so he naturally will be operating in the same area. So put the pressure on him. Don't let him play. Don't let him play out, and we'll try and take it from there. One weakness in the guy's game is probably aerially. I don't think he's the strongest in the air for someone playing at 6, and this could be something that maybe Ronaldo looks to exploit. If he drops deep, he could try beat Guimaraes to balls in the air, win flick-ons for Bruno, for Antony, for Rashford. I think that's a possible avenue of success in this match, but it'll be a very difficult match. He's a very difficult player to stop playing. And yeah, I mean, Newcastle are a very, very good team. They're going places, and I'm sure in the next couple of years we're going to see Newcastle as a real force in English football, and I just don't want to be playing catch up to another team like this. Yeah, but let's hope we can beat them on Sunday. Let's hope that we play well, and let's hope that we pick up another 3 points. So, Newcastle are likely to line up like this. It's a very interesting tactical system. On paper, it's 4-3-3 with Nick Pope starting goal, Kieran Trippier at right back, Fabian Schär and Sven Botman at centre back, and 6'7" Dan Burn will be playing left back. I'll explain this in just a moment. So obviously their midfield will be Bruno Guimaraes, it'll be Joe Linton and Joe Willock. Up front, they're likely to go with Alan Saint-Maximin on the left, Callum Wilson through the middle, and Miguel Almiron on the right. So Newcastle play a very, very interesting system of football. It is something that Eddie Howe has implemented at Bournemouth. We've seen him with these very adaptable, very flexible tactical systems. This is something that he has implemented quite well at Newcastle. So the key man for Newcastle in their build-up is this guy, Kieran Trippier. Kieran Trippier will essentially play as a right winger, right mid, and in possession, Schär will come across, as will Botman, and Burn comes in. So it kind of forms like a back three. Obviously, Bruno Guimaraes will get forward, controls the ball very well, but their attacks build up exclusively through Kieran Trippier. He gets assists, and when Trippier is bombing up and down here, we'll see Miguel Almiron invert, come inside. Joe Willock gets in, and he'll make underlapping runs for Trippier. He'll make overlapping runs. So Trippier really is the build-up guy. It's quite reminiscent of how Trent Alexander-Arnold would play in Liverpool, especially when he's on form. You know, he is the main creative outlet in that Liverpool team. It's the same here for Trippier. Trippier owns that right-hand side. This is where most of Newcastle's build-up comes from. Down the other side, they're an awful lot more explosive. Joe Linton covers well. He does a lot of defensive work, so that Alan Saint-Maximin is essentially exclusively an attacking outlet. Saint-Maximin is their guy on the break, so we're going to have to watch out for him hitting us on the break. He'll be up against Diogo Dalot and one off Lindelof or Varane, depending on fitness. So yeah, Newcastle's top goal scorers this season are Callum Wilson with 3 and Miguel Almiron with 4. These guys link up quite well. This is a natural byproduct of the right-hand side dominance that Newcastle have, with Trippier bombing on. Miguel Almiron can come inside. It allows him to link up with Willock, link up with Callum Wilson. They play intricate passes. They play each other in, and they get the goals. It's a very, very nice system that Eddie Howe has implemented. It's a very interesting tactical system, but it isn't without its weaknesses. And right now we'll get into that there. So this is how you beat this Newcastle team and the team you need to do it. So this is the team that I think we need to line up if we want to beat Newcastle. I'm working off the premise that Raphael Varane will be injured and he won't be fit. If he is, all the better for it. Obviously, Lindelof is good. Varane is just a class above, but it is the injuries with Varane as always. It'll be David De Gea in goal with no other goalkeeper who's fit really. I don't think Dubravka could even play if he was fit because of the loan agreement. It'll be Dalot because we've no right backs, Lindelof and Martinez, and I'm going to go Tyrell Malacia. Could very easily go Luke Shaw. If he played Luke Shaw, I would understand it. But I think Malacia is just going to give us more defensive coverage, a bit more intensity in his defensive work, especially up against Kieran Trippier. Luke Shaw, I think, is a lot better going forward than Malacia, but Malacia does have that tenacity, that work ethic that will hopefully help us deal with our right-hand side. I will go Casemiro at the 6, and I will play him alongside Christian Eriksen. In this match, I would like to see Eriksen get on the ball a bit more than what he has done this last couple of matches, really start to control things, pick the passes, because there will be space, and that is the prime reason why this guy plays Marcus Rashford. So with Kieran Trippier bombing on down that right-hand side, it's going to leave Marcus Rashford up against Fabian Schär. If we can get the ball, and Martinez and Eriksen and even Bruno Fernandes, if they can find Rashford, he will have space to run in against Fabian Schär. And if he isolates him, he's going past him. He's got that pace, he's got that speed. We've seen it so many times. If Rashford can get in against Schär, then we will be in business. This is how we can score against this Newcastle team. As well as that, obviously going to go for Bruno Fernandes. Nobody else to play. I don't think Bruno's been exceptional lately. I don't think his form has been great, but I do think he'll play. He'll probably captain the side. Ronaldo will play through the middle. I would have went Martial, but we just can't rely on Anthony Martial's injuries. And on the right, I'm going for Antony. What a start this guy's having to his life at Old Trafford. What a buy he's proved to be. And I think if we are to be successful in this match, it'll be because of our white men. It'll be because of Marcus Rashford. It'll be because of Antony, and this is how we can succeed. So obviously we've discussed how Rashford can find joy against this Newcastle side, but we can also find joy through Antony as well. Predominantly going to play against Dan Burn. Antony definitely has the speed, has the agility on him. He'll have to deal with Joe Linton down that side in the defensive work. Bruno Guimaraes will obviously drop in, and Botman will come across. But what I would like to see, and it's something that Antony has done for his 3 goals, is staying wide. He hugs the touchline, he hugs this area, and it's great because we typically build up through the left. We have Lisandro Martinez, we have Christian Eriksen, we have Marcus Rashford down that side, we'll have Luke Shaw or Malacia. Bruno naturally drifts over to that side, Ronaldo naturally drifts over to that side. So in attack, and I'm sure if we look at our passing maps, we're looking something along these lines. Exceptionally congested going down that left side. But what this does is pull to Newcastle defenders, Newcastle midfielders, it pulls them over to that side. And whenever we get a quick switch of play, which Eriksen can pull off, which Bruno can pull off, I've seen Casemiro pull it off, Martinez, Lindelof, whenever they get the ball, they're able to play it forward and they can find Antony. And usually because he's holding his width, because Newcastle have to shuttle across to deal with the men, because you always want +1 in defence, this leaves Antony one-on-one against his fullback, against a defender. We've seen this when he scored against Everton. He was one-on-one with Mykolenko. Against City, it was one-on-one with Jack Grealish. With Arsenal, one-on-one with Zinchenko. Whenever he gets one-on-one, he can beat his man. He can cut inside on that left foot, and he can get a shot on goal. He can help create. Obviously, Paul Scholes had said like a bit of a one-trick pony, but that is his role in this system. It's something similar that we see Mohamed Salah do. He often finds himself 1v1 against the opposition's fullback. And yeah, I mean, this is how the system should be played. This is Anthony's role in it. And with him and Rashford, I think we can find a lot of joy against this Newcastle team. So, with all that being said, it'll be a very difficult match. Obviously, I think we're going to have to find joy in our creative passers and our Bruno Fernandes, our Christian Eriksen's, getting them onto the ball, finding Rashford up against Fabian Schär on the break, or through build-up, holding the ball down that left, playing a good switch of play to Antony, leaving him one-on-one with Dan Burn potentially, which could only be an avenue for success if Antony can get the better of him. He's got the speed on him, he's got the agility on him, he can turn quicker, and if he can do that, then I think that we'll really have a good chance to get a goal. And yeah, I mean, I'm going to predict a very close match. I'm going to go for a 2-1 win for Manchester United. I think Rashford and Antony will score. I expect Newcastle to score. Probably Callum Wilson catch on to a loose ball or something in the box that we haven't defended properly. But yeah, I mean, if we win, if we pick up 3 points, I'll be very, very happy. I was a little bit disappointed after the Ammonia game, but we move on. If we beat these guys, be very happy. Keep pushing ourselves up the table. We've got a lot of hard matches coming up. We play Tottenham Hotspur midweek and we play Chelsea next week. So three really hard games coming up. If we can pick up 3 points against Newcastle, it's a good start, and we'll take it from there. So yeah, I'm going to predict a 2-1. That is your preview for the match, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Just keep pushing those buttons. We're trying really hard to grow. We're trying to make the best content possible for you guys. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya.